So I want to see if you can hear me. Yeah, comment yes, yes, yes. I want to see everybody typing yes in the chat. It is very important. Very, very, very important. So there are also subtitles in the Zoom. If you cannot hear me very well, but you can read, make sure to activate your subtitles so that you can understand everything I'm saying. Because today's conference will be only in English, and it is designed for a purpose. So wherever you are, I want to read from you. I want to read from you. So can you write down in the chat where you are watching from? I just want your city, where you are watching from, your country. I know people. Yeah, the meeting will be only in English. So I warned you before, and it is something that will stretch you as well. So if you are following me, can you write down in the chat where you are following me from? Are you in Lomé, Canada, Montreal, wherever you are? Can you please write down something in the chat? Let me read. Let me read, people. Where are you connected from? All right. Togo, Antivu, Togo, yeah. We do have people online from Togo. Thank you for being part of this meeting. Online from Togo. I want to encourage you to continue sharing the link. It's very important so that people can join us. For those who are outside Togo, outside Lomé, feel free to write it down. What we are going to see today from LDC, DRC. Thank you, Ephraim. We are going to go deeper into the things in a few minutes. So continue sharing the link, inviting your friends. Everywhere we can gather ourselves to learn, to grow. I think will be important for us to be participant and partaker of what is being given. So yeah, share the link. Thank you. All right, I'm following from Lomé, Togo. Thank you. So okay, here we go. I can see some familiar faces here. I want to welcome you. I want to say thank you for your commitment. Thank you for the challenge you are taking, because deciding to follow the meeting in English is a big step, and that shows how you see things, how you think, your mindset. You have the mindset of growth, and I like that. And that's the kind of leaders I want to move forward with, you know. So thank you for your participation. All right, Vaughan, thank you. The people I do invited are on their ways. I hope they're gonna follow us quickly. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. So, for those of you who can open their cameras, no worries. You can open your camera. Let me see you. Let me have an image on your face that can allow me also to see your face. If you can, thank you. But if you cannot, no worries. We are familiar with this kind of doing things. All right. So it's just for starting, you know, just for starting. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Yalvi. Thank you. I can see Pascal there. I can see Alain there, Aisha there, Ephraim there. Thank you for that. All right. Yeah, Pascal, thank you. Richard, thank you. You are there. So, here we go. Okay. Who knows what we are going to talk about today? Do you know what we are going to talk about today? Any idea? You can write down in the chat. You can write down in the chat if you have any idea, any clue about what we are going to talk today. So, let me start recording because we are going to use this later. Hold on for a second. All right. So, start recording.
Recording in progress.
Okay. So today we just have 1 hour. 1 hour of discussion, maybe 45 minutes of talking and 15 minutes of question and answer. And I would like to welcome you one more time for those who are coming inside. Thank you. Thank you. And make sure that you set yourself aside so that you can listen, so that you can learn. And if you haven't taken your notebook, make sure to take your pen, take your paper, okay, so that you can write down something that can be of advantage for you. All right. So somebody said it in the chat. We are going to talk about self-discovery. Self-discovery, the power of self-discovery in leadership. That's amazing. The power of self-discovery in leadership. You know, as you know me for a few years now, I've been talking about leadership, how to grow as a leader, how to become the best version of yourself as a leader. And I strongly believe that we can enhance our skills. We can improve our skills in leadership. No one is born with all the competencies, all the skills. And if you set yourself as a learner, you will learn what people are doing, what they have done at their best, and learn from them and become better, you as well as a leader. That's why I've come with this challenge for my Francophone community that for maybe few sessions now, we are going to do our meetings in English to help you move forward, to help you learn, to help you have that mentality of growth, so that whenever you find yourself, you can be comfortable and speak at your ease. All of us, we know that English is a predominant language in the world. And if you master English, you can talk with anyone, you can follow any conference, you can do many things, because the language barrier will no longer be there. You see? So that's why I encourage every leader in my community to start learning English. And if you are already learning English, make sure to improve yourself, and everything that you can do, wherever you can go to get yourself improved, to become a master, to become bilingual, I highly encourage you to do so. All right. Are we together now? Are we together? Are you following me? Is it clear for everyone? If it is clear, I want you to tap yes in the chat. I want you to follow me all along, because what we are going to talk about will open your eyes on something. Okay. So tap yes, clear, very well, very well, very well. Thank you. Thank you. So, without any other further, let me just start sharing my screen. I've prepared something for you that I would like to show you. So whenever you can see my screen, tell me. I will adjust myself quickly. Is it okay? All right. Okay, here we go. Are you able to see my screen? I can't see you, but I can read the charts. So if it is okay, can you write in the chat, yes, it's okay? Yes, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. So as somebody said it earlier, we are going to talk about self-discovery in leadership. And we do know that everything starts with that. I like the way that you react, guys. I like the way you react because, you know, in Zoom, you can have the reactions. So you can send a little heart or thumbs up or a smiley. Okay. Make sure to use those icons so that it can be vivid when we are talking. All right. So, as you can see on the screen, we are going to talk about the power of self-discovery in leadership. And here there are two words that are very important for me. Okay. The self-discovery and the leadership. You know, the self-discovery and the leadership. I don't know if you have done your research, but self-discovering, what do you understand by that? Self-discovery, what do you understand by that? That's what we are going to cover today. But before getting into the deep, let me just talk a little bit about myself. Maybe you know me. For those who are new, you don't know me. I'm David Ekpo, and I'm a coach. I'm a leadership coach. I'm passionate about leadership. I've spent a few years helping young professionals and emerging leaders unlock their potential, their full potential of leadership, and also help them to grow and become boldly change makers. My purpose, my goal is to equip, empower, and inspire a new generation of leaders so that we can become global change makers wherever we are, wherever we find ourselves in the community. You see? So, for those of you who have been following me, maybe you have attended my conferences. You know what we are talking about. You know our goals. You know what we do every time that we want to improve. We want to bring value to people. We want to stretch, okay, whatever we are doing. And that's why today, after reflection, after thinking about how we can move forward with my team, we have decided to start a series in English and also to help our community to learn more and to be open-minded. All right. So, I was talking about the conferences that we have done, many of them, as you can see on the screen. We've talked about how to build a strong mindset as a leader, the keys, how to transform your talents, your skills into profitable business. And we have also done something talking about level up your life with a small community of youth fellowship. You see, there are many other things that we have done throughout the last year. And today I wanted, okay, to bring something that can show more of where we want to go, where we are going. And if you are here today, it's because you have decided, okay, to join this community and to stretch yourself. So for those of you who are in my WhatsApp group, you have seen I've shared this photo of videos with you later. The last event I attended was Youth Congress Canada, and it was an amazing conference. I learned a lot there. I encountered many young leaders coming from all over the world. We were not numerous because of the logistics, but I can say that the teaching, the mindset of people, the open mindset of people helped me to know them more. And I learned from them. They learned from me. For those who had the opportunity to talk with me, I learned from them and they learned from me. And I say that, okay, all the things that I've learned there, I want to come back and share a little bit of the things with my community. So if you are here, please make sure to take note of what we are going to talk about right now. Are we together? Is it okay by so far? If you can understand me, if you are together, can you tap yes in the chat? All right. I want you to tap yes in the chat if we are together here. Okay, let me see your reaction. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Awesome. So, okay, there on this image, maybe you can see me. I'm somewhere there in the image. If you can see me, put a smiley in the chat. If you can see me, put a smiley in the chat. Okay. I'm somewhere there in the picture. Can you see my face? All right. Put a smiley in the chat. Cool. Very good. Okay. So now what we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about self-discovery. And in my research, I come across a personality named Myles Munroe. Myles Munroe is somebody that is late now, but he's teaching. The way he goes deeper into leadership shows me that there are more to learn. Okay? And there are the big 5 questions of Myles Munroe that every man on this earth have to ask himself before living. So let me talk about to you about the 5 questions. It's gonna be just an overview, but we can go deeper later. Okay? So if you are on this earth, there are 5 questions you should ask yourself and have answers to those 5 questions. Okay? The first question is about your identity. Who am I? Who am I? So this question is about your identity. Okay? So if you understand who you truly are and you know who you are, it can become the foundation of your authentic leadership. Because if you know who you are, it will show, and your authenticity will show, and people will know that this person knows who he is. You know? So if you don't know who you are, people are going to shape you with their opinions. And whatever people say about you will be what you will accept, because you don't know who you are. If somebody calls you lazy, somebody calls you stupid, nonsense, you will accept that because you don't know who you are. So as a leader, the first step or the first question we need to answer is who we truly are. Let's take, for instance, a young man. So a young man may believe that he's just a student. Maybe you are here, you are just a student. You think that you are just a student. You go to school, you are in the classroom, you follow the teacher, or you go to your office, you are an employee and you follow your master, your head boss. And maybe for that reason, you don't talk in meetings. Okay? Wherever people gather, you are afraid of talking because you think, oh, I'm just a student. I'm just an employee. I'm just nobody. And you think that about you. Rather, if you understand who you truly are, if this student knows that he is a visionary leader in training, he will start acting differently. You see? And he will act with confidence and purpose. Why? Because he knows inside of him that he is a leader emerging. He is a leader building himself. He's on the training field, and he will act differently because he has a different mentality. Yes. Are we together now? All right. For those of you who are following me on Facebook, make sure to write in the tab and share the link. Okay. It's very important. Invite your people so that we can go together. So the second question is about where am I from? Where am I from? Okay, where am I from? So when we talk about where am I from, I don't want you to think straight to, okay, I come from Togo, I come from Canada, I come from RDC, I come from Angola, I've come from Ghana, I come from Nigeria. No, I don't want you to think about that. I'm talking about the source of your existence. You know, it's come to a point that you do understand that you are not here in this world randomly. Okay, it's not just like a result of evolution, a result of growing of monkey that brings you here. No, you are here because you know that, or you feel that your life matter. Okay, your life matter, and you have something to bring into this world. And for those of you who are Christian, you know that you were created by God. You are as his image, you know, and God has made you intentionally, uniquely, so that no one can replace you. What you are called to be, what you are called to become is already inside you because God has put it inside you. So that's why I'm talking about the source. If you know your source, okay, and you know that it starts from God, then you will have clarity on your purpose. Are we together now? All right. If you are together, so now that you know the source, now that you know your identity, now let's talk about why am I here? The third question. Why am I here? That's the question that every one of us should ask. Look at your life and answer this question. Why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I here? And that question will give you direction on your purpose. So the purpose is what you are called to do. What can you bring to add value before leaving this earth? So, if you say, for instance, the phone, okay? This phone is made of a purpose. Maybe to have a call or to chat with people. But if you change the purpose of this phone and you turn it into a hammer and you throw it, it will break down. And the phone cannot become a hammer in your hands. That's not the purpose of the phone. Let's take, for instance, you have a chair, okay? The chair is made so that people can sit on it. Now that's the purpose of the chair. And you turn the chair and you stand on the chair so that you can do whatever you want. The chair will break down. Maybe because of your weight or because of the stability, the chair will break down. That's not the purpose of the chair. We have to sit on the chair. All right. So for you have to discover by asking yourself, why am I here? You discover the purpose of the impact that you want to bring into these words. So if we say, let me give you this example. You know, when you take a fish, the fish is supposed to live in the water. You bring out this fish and you put it on the ground, on the sand. Okay? You take out this fish from its natural source, natural environment. The fish will die. Same as birds. You take the bird and you bring them into the river, into the water. The bird will die. So as a man, we are in a space where we have to know what is our natural environment. We cannot go and live underwater for a long time. We cannot go and live in the air for a long time. No, we are supposed to live on the ground here. And then, by discovering why we are here, it leads us to our fourth question, which is, what can I do? What can I do? So, this question is about potential. What is my potential? What is inside of me that I have to bring out? So, your potential is what you are capable of, but you have not done it yet. You know that you are full of talents, you are full of gifts, you are full of ideas, you have dreams, you want to change things, you want to bring change into the world, into this world, and those are things that are waiting inside of you to be activated. So now, it's a question you have to ask yourself, what can I do? And then you do a scan of your potential. You do a scan of your abilities, of your skills. And you decide, okay, I'm very good at communication. I'm very good at motivating people. I'm very good at reading. I'm very good with my voice. I can do something. And you shape your potential into something valuable to bring on the table or into the face of the world. And in this community, the Coindesleaders Leader, and with my English people, Imagine Leaders Network, we want to do that. We want to bring out the potential of people. If you have ideas that you want to implement, you have things that are inside of you, you want to bring out. We want to build a space where you can talk about it, where we can give life to that. All right? So by asking yourself, what can I do? It leads you to know your potential and to list them and work on it to improve them, right? And the last question is about destiny. Where am I going? Where am I going? So we talk about identity, we talk about your source, your purpose, your potential, and now your destiny. Where am I going? So by asking yourself this question, it gives you direction, okay? Because without a clear destination, your action will be random. You will say, okay, let me shadow boss to see if I can do that or do that. You are not fully aware of what you can do and where you are going. It's like a driver, okay? You are driving, but your vision board, maybe how do you call it in English? The word, let me see. Let's say that your review mirror are not working very well, okay? Or your front mirror is not working very well. So your sight will be blurred, and maybe it can lead you into accident because you don't see where you are going clearly. Okay, so as a leader, we have to take time to think about it. I'm doing something. In 2, 3, 4, 5 years, where do I aim to be? Where do I want to be? Where am I going? For the things that I've started today, in 5 years, how this thing can help me achieve my goals. So you think about the end and start planning actions. You start planning tasks to do in order to be there in the 5 years time. All right. So let me recap it to you quickly. So we talked about the 5 big questions, the important question of Myles Munroe. That means the first thing to ask is, who am I? About your identity. And this question help you to lead from a place of confidence as a leader. Because you know who you are. You know what you can do. You know that people cannot just come and throw you down, come and say stupid things about you. Because they are not doing half time what you are doing. They cannot criticize you. And those who are in front of you, those who are ahead of you, will see the potential of what you are doing and help you move forward. You see that? And if you have that in mind, you will react and you will act boldly with confidence. The second question, where am I from? Okay? Help you to connect to your higher purpose. And you cannot have divine inspiration, divine wisdom without connecting yourself to the source. Because what you are supposed to do is already inside of you, but you need the click. You need something, a higher dimension of you, who will bring that ideas down from the source to impact the world. You see, many people can do the same thing, but for you will be different. We have many leadership coaches around the world, but I know my source and I know what I'm supposed to do because I know where I'm come from. All right. The third question that we talk about is, why am I here? So this question, by asking yourself this question, you talk about your purpose and it gives you direction and meaning to your life. My life should be impacting people all over the world. I want people, once they encounter me, in our discussion, in our training, in our talking, I want to deposit something in their lives. I don't want them to go the way they are, as they were before meeting me. Okay? So that gives you meaning. And as a leader, because you know why you are here and what you can do for people, it will push you to seek for direction. All right? And now, what can I do? The fourth question is about your potential. You discover your potential. You discover your skills. You discover the ideas that you have, the talent, the gifts that is being given to you. And then you start working on it. And once you know your potential, it encourages you to grow. It brings courage and it brings contribution to people because you know what you can do. You bring value to people. And when people listen to you, when people think about what you can bring into their lives, they start following you. All right? And then we talk about destiny. Where am I going? Where am I going? You know, even God, when he calls Abraham, he told him, come out from your parent home. I'm leading you to a promised land. God shows the big picture to Abraham. He says, I'm bringing you to a land where you will be full of milk, where you will have a lot of abundance. So Abraham starts his journey knowing where he's going. So what about you? Have you thought about where I can go in the next 5-10 years? So that's the question I'm asking you to ask right now. And write something down on your paper if it is okay for you. Are we together? Are you following me so far? Are we together? If we are together, I want you to put smiley and yes in the chat. I want to know that you are with me, okay? I want to know that you are with me. Yeah. All right. So now, what can be the advantages of knowing yourself? Because by asking the 5 questions, you know yourself. And knowing yourself is the beginning of leading others. Because we know as a leader, once you know yourself, it gives you strength, okay, to lead others. And when you know yourself, you lead with clarity, not confusion. People can come to you to seek for clarity. Thank you for those who are writing the chats. Thank you. For those on Facebook, please comment and share the link. Yeah, thank you, LeBon. So you inspire trust, not fear, because you know yourself. And people can trust you easily. People can see that, okay, when I'm around this man, I do not fear. I can confide myself to him. I can say my secret to this leader because he inspired me and he has built trust around himself. And when you know yourself as well, you adapt in crisis instead of panicking. Situations may come around, okay? You may face difficulties. You may face crisis in your life. But because you know yourself, you know your source, you know your identity, you know your purpose, you know your potential. Instead of panicking, you adjust. You adapt yourself. And Mahatma Gandhi said one time he said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. You cannot be a leader and refuse to serve others. You cannot be a leader and refuse to stretch, okay, the limit, the boundaries that people have set for you. You cannot be a leader and remain constant. You have to move. You have to grow. And for those of you who have followed me from the beginning, if you look at the series of conferences that we have been doing, you will see that there are an exponential, if I can say, skyward of what we are doing. That means we think about the theme. We think about what we can bring so that when people follow us from the start point to the big end, they won't remain the same. And by serving people freely, we get into our purpose in this life. And I want to say a big thank you for my team. Okay. People who are helping me, people who are suggesting things to me, people who were there at the beginning. I want to say big thank you. Keep doing what you are doing. Keep motivating me, because a leader cannot be a leader if he doesn't have a team. Okay. So that's a point I want to highlight. Now that we have talked about the questions, that we have talked about the importance of knowing ourselves, what can be the benefits of self-discovery? What can be the benefits? I know that when you take time to start learning about yourself, you will see that something will happen. And what happens when leaders truly know themselves? What happens? For sure, something will happen. For sure, you won't be the same. For sure, people will see the difference in your life. For sure, people will say, something has changed in this man's life, in this woman's life. You were intimidated before, and now when you hold the mic, people can see the difference. You were afraid to talk in public, and now you have that boldness, you have that confidence to talk, and without hesitating, people can see the difference. Okay? And when you know yourself, I want to talk about the 4 benefits that we can withdraw from knowing yourself. The first one is better decision making. Because you know yourself, you make better choices. It is very important. Why? Because you will avoid, acting out of insecurity. When things are not the way you think it should be, instead of panicking, you reflect and you take better decisions. And because you know yourself, you can identify things that you know and things that you don't know as a leader. Because you don't have the answer for everything. And you won't have the answer for everything. As a leader, people can ask you questions that you don't know. And you have to go and read about them. People can ask you and talk about somebody or something happening in the world that you are not aware. You have to be humble to admit that I don't know. Let me go and search. Let me go and do my research. Okay? And then you don't just react. You respond efficiently because you make better decisions. And the basis, the foundation, is knowing yourself. So I want you to think about it one more time. Okay? Do I take better decisions? Do I take time to think about myself, to know myself more? If not, take your time at the end of this conference to do so. Okay? Now, the second point of the benefits is you have stronger relationship and trust. I said it earlier. People follow leaders they trust, and people trust leaders who are real, authentic, and consistent. Think about it. People follow leaders they trust. I want to trust you. And once I trust you, I can follow you. Once I trust you, wherever you come with a vision, with a direction, with something motivating, I will follow you because I trust you. And then for people to trust you as a leader, you have to be authentic, relevant. You have to be consistent in what you are doing. Okay? And because you are self-aware of your potential, because you are self-aware of what you can do and what you cannot do, it will help you to communicate clearly. For those of you who follow me, you know that I like writing more than talking. Okay? And if you are in my inbox and you want to do vocal notes or calling me, I rather go with chatting with you. Because it is easier for me to write than to speak all the time. You see, I know that is one of my strengths, but it can also be an inconvenience because I deal with people who like to talk. And as a leader, you have to adapt and adjust yourself. So, talking about relationships, you cannot grow in your relationship if you cannot admit your mistakes. Sometimes you can do something and people won't see it on the right eye. You can make mistakes. You are a human being. And if you make a mistake as a leader, humble yourself and say, I'm sorry. Okay? I didn't know. I'm sorry. Saying sorry does not mean that you are weak, but it shows that you can receive feedback and you can change. You can learn from your mistakes as well. Okay? And that will bring trust inside of your team. And the last point in building strong relationship and trust is to celebrate others without being threatened. Okay. You see people who are doing things and they are having small wins. Celebrate them. Encourage them. Praise them. Maybe publicly. Because it is very good for a leader to uplift other leaders. And I learned it from just John Maxwell. He said that his goal is to lift up other leaders. Not be threatened by their victories or their championship, no. But to encourage them to do more. And by doing more, the glory will be shared. Why not? So the third benefit that we can have as a leader is greater resilience and adaptability. So when we talk about greater resilience, it means that as a leader, because you know yourself, because you know where you are coming from, because you know your purpose, your destiny, your ambition in life, where you are going, okay, it will help you to handle crisis without being broken down. I know life is not all good for everybody. No, things will come. The season may change. We can have strong difficulties, maybe attacks, but you handle them and you don't allow those attacks to break you down. Okay? You adjust to change more easily. Because you know, okay, for those of you who are in my group, I want to congratulate you one more time, because when I come with this idea of doing the conference in English for just a short period of time, you adjust to change. You say, many of you, hundreds of people said, yes, we can go forward with you, David. And many of you said, David, that's a great idea. I want to improve myself in English. By listening to people talking, by listening to people, it will encourage me and it will help me to move forward. It will help me to stay consistent in my learning. So I want to congratulate you for that. You adapt to change. That means you have a strong thing inside of you. Your leadership skills is growing. All right? And the last one is you use stress as growth tool instead of a destroyer. Whenever you are stressed, you don't allow your stress to destroy what you have built. No. But rather you use your stress, okay, as a tool to build. You use yourself, you use your stress as a tool to grow. Because sometimes when you are passing through hard times, difficult times, it's not the situation, the way you see the situation that matter. No. What matters is what you become after facing all those challenges. Are we together? The person you become by handling crisis, the person you become by passing through difficult time, the person you become, your faith that is strengthened, is what we are looking for. Not the situation, because no situation is permanent and it will change. No matter how long it remains, it will change. It's like a day and a night. No matter how long you wish the day will remain, the night will come. Always. All right? And the last point is the positive impact that you made in your organization. Because you know yourself, in your team, people will be more motivated. People will show more innovation. People will lower their turnover rate. You will lower the turnover rate. What do I mean by that? When you grow yourself, everyone around you grows as well. When you grow, because you seek for knowledge, you come and you teach people, you come and you train people, you come and you coach people, people will grow. And as they are growing, the team grow. Maybe in your family, you grow, your family will grow. All right? And you cannot travel inside of you without traveling outside. If you take time to learn, to master things inside of you, it will show up outside. So those are the things that I want to share with you. That can be the benefits of knowing yourself. And then, because you decided to know yourself, there will be barriers to self-discovery. You will notice that there will be hindrance. Oh, something is blocking me. Something is stopping me from truly knowing myself. And let's talk about the things that can become hindrance for you. I want to name just or explore those 3 of them. Okay? They are common. You can notice them in your life or in the life of your leaders. The first one is the overconfidence trap. You know, as we grow as a leader in experience, as we grow in our position, maybe you start at the first level, and then you move to the 3rd level, and then you move to the 5th level, you move to the 10th level, you grow and you become the head of your organization, you grow and you become the team leader, you grow and you become the pastor, you grow and you become somebody with high influence. You see, when you reach that level, we often forget and we say that, oh, I know myself. I've been doing this for years, and you are no more open to feedback. You are no more open to critics, and people will not dare to correct you whenever you are doing something wrong. Why? Because you see yourself there. Who are you to talk to me? Do you know who I am? That's the question. The question people ask. Who are you? Who do you think you are to talk to me like that? You are overconfident. And that can bring you down. Okay? The more successful you become, the fewer people dare to correct you. Even your parents can no more correct you. Even your head of the church can no more correct you, because you say that, oh, now I have money. Now I am attending big events. I'm talking in front of hundreds and thousands of people. Who are you to talk to me like that? You see? So those are the barriers that can hinder you to go forward as a leader. So if you think that you have those points or those threats inside of you, I want you to decide today to correct them, because that can lead you to your destruction. Okay? So I want to add this quotation to this point. You can't grow in areas you pretend to have mastered. As a leader, you cannot grow in any area that you say that I do master these things. No, you have to remain humble. You have to remain a lifetime learner, an apprentice. I always say that those masters you are seeing today have started as a beginner. The people we sorry, who opened his microphone? Can you close your microphone, Piero? Okay, thank you. You will have the opportunity to ask your questions, okay? And if you are not following me very well, I ask you to activate your subtitle. Maybe the subtitle can help you to understand what I'm talking about. So we are exploring the 3 of the most common barriers that stop leaders from going deeper. The second point is blind spots. Blind spots. What do I mean by blind spots? You know, everybody has something that he cannot see by himself. You know, there are things we do. Only people outside can tell us what we are doing, which is good or not good or wrong. Okay? So, as a leader, I know that I cannot dance and appreciate myself. I cannot do things and appreciate myself. No, people outside have to appreciate me. Have to say, okay, David, you have done this well. You have done this well, and this part was not very good. Can you improve that? So the key here is to remain humble. and to remain open to receive rejection, to receive feedback. Maybe that can be uncomfortable for you because it's not all the feedback that are positive. No, you can receive negative feedbacks, but the goal is to learn from them and then to improve yourself. People who love you will give you feedbacks, either positive or negative. Accept it. Don't throw it away. Learn from it. Think about how you can improve yourself. One more time, you cannot dance as a leader and appreciate yourself. That's saying, oh, I'm a good dancer. You cannot speak and appreciate yourself. Oh, I'm a very good speaker. No. Let people appreciate you. Let people say things that you yourself, you cannot see. And the third point is lack of feedback or safe space. When I talk about feedback, I talk about the positive and the negative. Because you have come to a certain point, people can no more give you feedback. And because you are not having feedback, you cannot improve. So those can be the barriers, okay, that can hinder you to grow as a leader. Now that you have discovered the benefits, you have discovered the barriers, let's talk about the practical strategies for self-discovery. So I will go through them quickly so that I can give you the opportunity to ask your questions at the end. Okay. So now what can you do? Okay. What can you do to discover? What are the practical strategies you can do or you can implement to become self-aware? The first one is to seek honest feedback. I will come on this point again and again because you can see your own back, as I said it earlier. In the same way, you can see your own blind spots without help. So what you have to do is to ask people around you, trusted people, your mentors, your pastors, your friends that you truly trust. Ask them, what's one area where I could grow as a leader? You know me for a long time now. You see me throughout the years. You see what I'm doing. What is the area? What is the one thing that I can do to grow as a leader? Ask them that question and let them talk. Okay? Don't defend yourself. Just listen, because growth begins where ego ends. And then ask yourself, what impact do I have on others when I speak or lead? That's a question I'm always asking myself. What impact do I have on my community? You are hundreds of people in my community. What impact do I have on you? And am I building you up? Or am I destroying maybe your future? Can you recommend me? Or can you say that don't follow this leader? Those are the questions I'm asking myself. Now, the second tool is to reflect on your peak moments. Okay? The peak moments are the moments where you are at the highest level of your leadership, I can say. So think about the last time you felt fully alive in your leadership. You have done something and it brings you joy. It brings you that confidence, that trust in yourself. What were you doing? Can you think about it? What were you doing? Why? Or where were you helping? Maybe you were serving. Maybe it was at church. Maybe you have sung. Maybe you have interpreted. Maybe you have done this thing or that thing. Think about it. Because when you discover these, it will be the clue to your leadership zone of genius. Maybe you have never talked in English in front of people. And the first time you have done it, you felt embarrassed. That's normal. English is not your first language. And then you continue. And at the end of the day, you become very good at it. This can be a point of genius for me, I won't give up. All right? The third point is to journal your emotion and reaction. As a leader, you will face stress. And when I talk about stress, I talk about situation where your heart will be broken down, where you have to take difficult decisions. As a leader, people can disappoint you. You can get into conflict with people because you don't have the same viewpoint. So if you face those moments, what you have to do is to take time to understand your emotional patterns. Okay, think about it. Today, I expressed my hatred. I expressed something inside of me that I don't want to express. So what triggered me today? How did I feel? And why do I have this sentiment inside of me? What could I do differently next time? So by reflecting on it and taking notes, you will see, oh, these things, if somebody says these things to me, it will let me lose my mind because I don't want it. And you will notice that, okay, it is this situation that led to this situation. And then you start the simple habit, the momentum. You start building something on your emotional intelligence very fast because you come aware to your emotions. I know it is a lot to receive, but those are the reminders, okay, that as a leader, you cannot know yourself if you do not control your emotions. And you have to face things to know that you can express this kind of emotions. Okay? And the fourth point of practical tools or strategy is to face your shadow self. Face your shadow self. We all have a shadow. I mean by shadow, our fears, our insecurities, our pride, our rejections, our wounds. Maybe people have done things to you. You are wounded. You have faced rejections and that left scars on you. Your insecurities, it may come with money. Okay. Whenever you don't have money, you feel insecure. Or maybe with women as a leader or as a woman being or as a man, you are not able to talk with men, with women. Or vice versa, women, you cannot talk with men. You feel insecure in your leadership role. You feel insecure because you think, oh, I'm not enough. So think about it. Don't ignore the part. What makes you feel that you are not enough? Maybe somebody throws something onto you and you accepted it. And you say, oh, if it is like that, that means I'm not enough. I cannot do it. Think about the moments where you were in a school and your teacher said that, oh, you are very lazy in this subject. You can never have the good mark in mathematics, in French, in dissertation, in many things. And you accepted it. And from that moment, you start disliking the subject. Let's say for English, for instance. Okay? Maybe you have done an examination and you receive 5/20 and the teacher or student mock at you. They said, oh, you can never have the good mark in English, and you accepted it and you start disliking English. You don't want the teacher to be around. You don't want to learn anymore. And it becomes your habit. And now that you become a leader, you have to face your shadow self. You have to face the point where it is difficult. What triggered the pride inside of you? Face it. All right? Because what you refuse to face will control your leadership in the dark. If you are talkative, and people say you talk too much and you refuse to correct yourself, because as a leader, you have to develop that active listening habit. You have to develop that active listening habit. You cannot be a leader without listening to people. Or you yourself, you cut people when they talk. People are around of you, or you are discussing with a friend. You don't let your friend to talk, to speak his mind. He said one, you say two. He said two, you say three. Because you talk too much. And you don't listen to respond. You just listen to react. That's not very good. Alright? So we talk about the practical strategies. And know that self-discovery is not an event. It's a discipline. You start somewhere, you grow, and you continue growing. So leaders who grow daily, reflect daily, and face themselves daily become unstoppable. Are we together now? Are we together? If you are together, I want you to write yes in the chat, in the comment section. Write yes. I say that leaders who don't grow daily, you don't study, you don't reflect on your action, you don't face yourself, you don't read, you don't seek for knowledge, you won't grow. But if you do the opposite, you will become unstoppable. All right. Now, let me conclude. Let me summarize what we have talked about today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Your ego prevents us from acknowledging what is in front of you. That's very good. Leadership is a journey. Nothing changes until you decide. Now that you are aware that I have to change something, now that you are aware that I have to know myself more. I want to discover my purpose, my destiny, my vision, my values. You decide to change. And once you change, things will change around you. So know that the world doesn't need more perfect people. The world needs authentic leaders, people who lead with purpose, empathy, and courage. You will get into a situation where you will need to lead. You will need to take the lead of people. Just know that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. What you have to do is to go with your imperfection, learn on the ground, and take initiative. Because leaders who act, leaders who envision where they want to go, become the change makers. Thank you guys. That's what I would like to share with you today. I hope that I've shared some key points, key insights with you. If it is so, I want you to react. I want you to react. Can you send the thumbs up? Can you write in the chat? Can you comment? Thank you. Yeah, for those who are on Facebook, thank you guys. Yeah, can you sign something? Let me just drink. Very interesting. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate. I know that this 1 hour is not lost, because not only you have follow a conference, 15 minutes, 45, 60 minutes in English, you learn some words, you know something that you didn't know before. And thank you guys. Thank you. God bless you, coach. Thank you. So it's a time for you to ask questions. If you have question or a part of my discussion that you do not understand, or you have something in mind that you want to share with people, okay? Jerome Adelan, thank you. You want to share with people? I will give you the floor for a few minutes, okay, so that you can share something quickly. Very, very, very important. For those of you who do not follow me on Facebook or on YouTube or on LinkedIn, I will highly recommend you to follow me so that we can follow each other and get in touch. I will try to put it into work. All right. Thank you for that, guys. Thank you for that. Who wants to ask a question? You cannot come, see everything we have done, listen to me, and not speak. What to do if your environment is hostile? Very good question. All right. So who is Huawei? Who is Huawei? Who asked the question? Yeah, Richard Freeman. You can open your microphone and speak. Richard? Richard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you have the floor.
Yes, once again, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Once again, I just want to appreciate you for this session. I really have enjoyed the teaching and everything. But my question is this: are leaders born or made?
Very good question. It's a question that comes every time. Yeah.
My second question is this: is everyone want to lead? Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Is a leader made or born as a leader, right? And can everyone lead? I think I've summarized your question. And somebody also asked a question in the chat. Let me go back to it. Where is it? Where is it? What to do if your environment is hostile? Yeah. Okay. So let me start with Richard. Richard, you can put down your hands. Thank you. So, that question, are you born with all the capacities and the abilities of a leader? Or do you make yourself becoming a leader? Okay. I strongly believe that the skills and the competencies of leadership are inside of everybody. Okay? But you are not born as a leader. You become a leader people can follow. All right? And that also goes to the second question. Can everyone lead? I cannot say everyone can lead. No. Because in the DNA of certain people, they are not called to lead. They are called to help the leaders. They are called, or their assignment is to help the leaders. Let's take, for instance, Moses and Aaron. Okay? Aaron was there with the children of Israel for many long time. But God has never called him as a leader. It is Moses. And God said, I will bring to you Aaron, who will assist you to talk in front of Pharaoh. So, Moses was the leader and Aaron was the assistant leader, I can say. Alright? And maybe in your team, okay? In your team, you can, if you follow one of my teaching I made, how to discover the potential of your team members, you can notice that people, certain people, they are very good at receiving instruction. They don't take initiative by themselves. That means you as a leader, you have to tell them, do this, do this, do this, and they will do it. If you do not talk, they won't do anything. Do you understand? So, they may have the potentials, but they are not called to do that. It is you that is the leader who will train them, improve them, and build that confidence in them that they by themselves become the number one leader. So, are you born with the potentials? Yes. But you have to work on those potential. You have to work on those skills to become the best leader people will love to follow. Do I answer your question? Have I answered your question, Freeman? So everyone is not called to lead. People are called as helpers. Okay? They are called to help the team to move forward. But if you do notice that you receive the call to lead, then go for people. I usually say that those are talented people. Okay? They are not the leaders, but they are very talented. They are very skillful. You can decide, if I don't want to be the number one leader, I want to be the talented person they can rely on. The leader cannot do everything by his own, but he has to lay on talented and skillful people to bring the vision alive. So being part of the vision, even if you are not the leader number one, will help you to achieve your purpose in life, because you are a part of a big vision given to somebody. If God has not called Moses to bring out children of Israel, Aaron will remain as a slave in Egypt. Do you understand? All right. Now, the second question, what to do if your environment is hostile and you don't know what to do? The first question, or the first things I will say is to know your values. Okay? Work on your values. What are my values? How do we convert our stress to benefit? Thank you, Jack. So let me finish this question before. Work on your values. What do I mean of values? Is what can I accept and what I cannot accept? Because if you know your values, your core values, you won't compromise. The environment is hostile just to lead you to compromise on your value, on your identity. The question of identity becomes here. Okay? So the first thing is to work on that. The second thing is to practice your emotional intelligence. Stay calm. Don't react emotionally. Because if people are hostile to you, they want you to react the way that they can see and accuse you more. Okay? If they are attacking you and you react to those attacks, you will fall into their trap. So by working on your emotional intelligence, you will know that, okay, I have to remain calm. I have to be silent sometimes. I don't have to react. And you listen and observe the situation. You observe the body language of people. You observe the tone they use to talk with you. And you make the difference. And then, if you have the opportunity, you respond to them with clarity. Not in the way of offense or not in the way to accuse, but you ask for wisdom. And that wisdom, only God can give it to you to know how to manage the situation. Maybe sometimes the hostile environment is just there to push you to go somewhere where your value will be identified, where they will recognize your potential. You know, when God wants to change a situation in your life, He will start putting you into uncomfortable situation. If God wants you to leave your job sometimes, He will put you in uncomfortable situation where you will not feel comfortable again in this environment. You will say, okay, I'm working here, I have a good salary, but it's not okay. I feel uncomfortable. People are not very good to me. I have to move forward. And you start looking for something else. And by looking for something else, God will open the way for you so that you can have something which is very good and better than what you had before. Okay? And in that hostile environment, I want you to set boundaries. Okay? You set boundaries without apology. You let people know that I accept this, I don't accept that. You don't have to dosify yourself. Because if you accept everything, they will continue to do it so that you will be hurt, you will be wounded. So you set boundaries clearly and you let them know that if you pass over this limit, I will show you my real face, or I will show you something that you won't like. So you set the boundaries. I'm here to collaborate, not to be disrespected. So let's work together. So that's what I can say, okay, to help you deal with hostile environment. I hope I've answered your question. So somebody says, how do we convert our stress to benefit? How do we convert our stress to benefit? First of all, you have to acknowledge what brings the stress. What is the source of that stress? What situations bring that stress into your life? And the second thing is to acknowledge your emotions, because sometimes it's the situation that will show you the kind of emotion you will bring out. So acknowledge your emotion and discover what triggered the emotion. And then think about, how can I handle it more differently the next time? Now, let me give you this example. When you have a break heart, okay, a man or a lady disappoints you, and that break your heart, and you think about it, the situation is, okay, maybe it's a lack of communication, or I've done something wrong, or I do not respect the other person, or maybe there's no love anymore, and my heart is broken. Very good. You acknowledge the situation. It is difficult, but you accept it, that you would no longer be in the life of that person. Very difficult to separate yourself from a person you like, and that can bring you stress. Okay, now what do you do? What will you do in that situation? You start thinking about, okay, how can I get myself improved? What can I do so that the next time that person will see me, he will no longer see the last version of me. He will see a better version of myself. I want to become very consistent in gym. I want to work very hard on myself. I want to improve myself the way that situation will no longer tear me down. I will have much money. I will have more money to change the situation. Do you see that? So the situation that stress you and that maybe wanted to bring you into a depression, you come out of it and you turn it into something that will be a testimony later. You will say, okay, because I had a break heart that leaded to open this company to help people who have broken hearts, or to counsel people, or to help people. You see that? So that situation can bring something more to you. If you go on internet, you will see people that were bullied at school at their younger age, and they decided, I don't want no one to bully me again, no more in my life. And they started going to gym. And today when you see them, they become very strong. They build capacity. They build a very bold body, because sometime years ago, they were bullied by people who were stronger than them. You see? So, and the last example I can give is a financial situation. You come into a situation where they chase your children at school, okay, because of lack of money. And you come home, it is very difficult for you to respond. It's very difficult for you to go through the situation because you don't have money and people are not helping you or mocking at you. It is a stressful situation for a man, okay, not to be able to provide. And then you take decision. I won't remain in that situation. I will change my life. And you start looking for training. You start looking for activities that can bring money, more money into your pocket. You see that? So that stressful situation is turned around, and now you are using it as a leverage to move forward. I hope, Jacques Lebon, I answered your question. And for those of you on Zoom here, if you have one question, I will take it. the last question, because at 30 we have to end this session. I know that I want you to maybe I want you to tell me what we have done today. Is this something that you would like to continue? Is it something that you like to do weekly or 2 weeks in a month? I want to have your point of view. Est-ce que ce qu'on vient de faire, c'est quelque chose que vous aimeriez qu'on fasse toutes les semaines, toutes les 2 semaines? Je veux avoir vos points de vue par rapport à ça. Do you think it will help you? So who wants to talk? Who wants to talk? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In a month? Yes, sir. Okay. Once in a month? Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I want you to answer in the chat or open your microphone. I want you to react, guys. We are at the end of the session. Yes, boss. So, twice in a month. Okay. Okay, people want twice in a month. For those on Facebook, Toussaint, hello. Twice in a month. Very good. Yes, boss. Okay. So if it is something interesting to you, thank you for letting me know. The goal here is to open our minds monthly, to do more, to become more. And I strongly believe that every time that we do receive the instruction, that means it's the hunger of people that is showing up. So if people are hungry for something, the answer will come one way or another. I strongly believe on that. So people who today are seeing that we are doing conference in English, maybe it was their desire for a very long time. And today it is happening. So I will keep continuing. I will keep searching. I will keep coming with other insights so that you can grow and you can help yourself. So what I will highly also encourage you to do is whatever we share, okay, in this on this platform, go and share it with other people. It's very important. Go and share it with other people. By sharing it, you spread the knowledge and you learn more, especially some words in English that you have to pronounce yourself in order to become fluent in your mouth. Okay? So guys, let me see. We were around 20 today. Somebody said, what to do if my peers don't give me feedback to boost my leadership? Okay. For that question, I will start with the environment. Have you put a safe space where people can express themselves easily to you? I talk about the trap or the barriers on over confidence trap. Okay. I don't know the situation in your team. I don't know the situation in your team, but are you with people? If you want them to give you feedback, ask them questions. Okay? Kofi, start by asking questions. You are the leader. Sometimes people will see things and never react or never say things to you. Start asking them questions. And relevant questions. Don't just ask random questions like that. No. Relevant question. Question can help you to bring them to say things that are hidden to you. Okay? Ask relevant question and you say that they will give you feedback. If you ask somebody, what about today? Have I done it very well? The person will say, okay, you have done it, but you can improve that way. You can do this, you can do that. And what do you think that we can do? You ask an open questions. And those open questions will lead to a conversation. And that conversation can bring something very useful for your leadership to grow. Okay? So in summary, ask questions, open questions. Okay? If you don't know what is open question, go on internet, type open questions, and you will see a list of open questions that you can ask in order to grow into your leadership. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate your presence. Do you have another program to improve very well our English? Not yet. Not yet, because of my time, because of my program. I just decided to do the conferences in English for a while. By doing it, it's helping me also to improve myself, to learn more, and to come with good insight for you. So I don't have a training program in English for you. Maybe it will come, but not today. Risha, I have something to say. Okay, I give you 1 minute before we close the session. Yeah, Risha.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for this opportunity. There is something I just want to quickly share.
Yes.
Most of us, when we are talking about leadership, what really comes to our mind is when people are following us, like when we have followers.
Yeah.
That's when we know that I'm a leader. But a true leader is someone who has discovered himself or herself, or is someone who has a vision, is someone who knows himself or who knows herself. Because you can't be my leader when you yourself, you don't know where you are going.
Exactly.
Where are you going to lead me to?
Exactly.
So I just want to clear this mind that the leadership or being a leader, first of all, it starts with you personally. You have to discover your true identity.
Yes.
Which you have talked about.
Yes.
Know yourself.
Yes.
It's knowing yourself that will attract what no others. But if you fail to know yourself, if you fail, have the vision, then there's nothing again. So thank you so much. I just want to share something. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for your sharing. As you said, it's very good to know yourself. I've done a masterclass on that, self-leadership. Everything starts with you. You start first and then others come. You know yourself first and then you help others to know themselves. And it is a work you have to do as a leader. So one more time, thank you. I wish you to have a very good day ahead. For those of you who are in the afternoon, have a remain good afternoon. I'm in the morning here. I have the rest of the day to spend. And thank you one more time for taking part of this. I give you a rendezvous to the next session. It will be in 2 weeks. Okay, next Saturday, no, but the next one, we're gonna have another session in English. And by the time I will do maybe session in French for my Francophone people who are available to do it. So one more time, thank you. I appreciate you and have a good day. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, guys.
Recording stopped.
All right. So for my people there on Facebook, thank you for everything. I want you to continue sharing the link so that people can watch it later. Okay. And goodbye. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.